Happy Thursday, everybody. I hope everybody is doing well. We are starting a new series this week. I'm excited about this because I really believe it's a prophetic word for the time that we're living in right now. And it actually came from Pastor Howe as he was speaking on the Unsung Heroes on his Wednesday evening sermons. During the unsung hero Jabez, he had revealed that God had spoken to him prophetically through a passage of scripture in Isaiah to encourage us in the season that we're in as a church and our future to come. And so Isaiah 54 verses 2 through 3 is what we're going to focus on. And so today, what we're going to do is we're actually going to work through this. I'm not going to start with verse 2. We're actually going to start from verse 3 and work our way backwards and I'll reveal to you why here in a second. But let's go ahead and read. I'm reading New American Standard Version. Isaiah 54, verse 2 through 3 says this: Enlarge the place of your tent, stretch out the curtains of your dwellings, and spare not. Lengthen your cords and strengthen your pegs. For you will spread abroad to the right and to the left, and your descendants will possess nations and will resettle in desolate cities. So, I think it's interesting to me that the mission of Summit Church is change lives that change the what? That's right, the world. Change lives that change the world. And so we have a vision to go beyond our four walls, and I believe we are seeing that right now. Maybe you don't know this, but we have increased in our numbers on a Sunday morning from last year. Now, it's a small increase, but we are increasing. And so I only tell you that to encourage you that God is doing something. And sometimes we need to have a little encouragement or a guideline to say, oh, yeah, we're doing it right. And so we got a long ways to go, but I believe that we are doing it right because God is guiding us and directing us. And so it's not our own strength, but it's what He is doing through us. And so, but I think it's interesting to me that the mission is to see change lives that change the world. And as Pastor Howe was praying and God revealed this to him, that Isaiah said, for you will spread abroad to the right and to the left. The Message version says it like this: you are going to need lots of elbow room for your growing family. I believe we're going to see growth. We're seeing growth, but I believe we're going to see more growth as we continue in this year alone. And then it goes on to say in the Message version, you are going to take over whole nations. Again, change lives that change the world. And then it says that you're going to resettle in abandoned cities. Now, let me break this down practically as God was revealing these things to me. He says that we are going to spread abroad. I believe that we are going to expand beyond our four walls, that we're going to need elbow room. And so we need to expand our dream, expand our vision for what God is doing through Summit Church. The second thing about it is that you are going to take over whole nations. I believe we're going to be expanding beyond our city. I believe our reach is going to reach far beyond Elkins and into Tucker County and Upshur County and bordering cities. I believe all the way up to Fairmont and Clarksburg, that there are going to be people who are so hungry for a move of God, and so hungry, let me not just the move of God, but so hungry for God, that they're going to travel distances. I mean, so much so that we're going to have to expand campuses, I believe. I don't know how that's going to work, but I believe it. And so then the third thing, it says that we're going to resettle in abandoned cities. I believe we're going to be raising up a generation of people who discover their purpose and discover that God has a plan for their life, and they're going to begin to have a heart to go into places that nobody else wants to go. That they're not going to be afraid of stepping into territory that is unknown, but they are going to step into these cities and resettle in these cities who have been desolate for so long, and really begin to see an outpouring of the Spirit of God on people, and begin to see disciples raised up that are changing lives, that are changing the world. And so, why did I start there? Because we need to know why we do what we do. It's always important for us to keep in front of our face why we do what we do. And if we say that our mission as Summit Church is to see change lives that change the world, and we see that God has downloaded this prophetic word through Pastor Howe from the book of Isaiah, from chapter 54 there, I believe that God is doing something cool. And so we have a foundation laid this week. So I want you guys to go and read Isaiah 54, start at verse 1 and work your way down and just read the whole chapter. But really focus on 2 and 3 this week, and really just allow God to speak to you through this. But for the up and coming weeks, we're going to unpack this. I said we're going to start at the bottom and we're going to work our way back, because I believe that God kind of laid the foundation work. This is the result. This is where I'm taking you. But here are some practical steps to help you get there. And so I'm excited about this, and I hope you are too. I pray you guys have a wonderful week. Thank you so much for what you do. You do make a difference, and I'm excited to see how God is not only going to grow our attendance and people who are coming and the impact that we have, but I believe He's growing people individually and growing you as leaders. And so if you need anything, we are here to pray for you. We are here for you. We love you. Have a wonderful week.